there. It was the start of 2020 pandemic that I started getting recommended videos of Reddit. Those videos where like there's a Minecraft guy doing parkour, and in the background there's like a text from Reddit, like r slash some subreddit, popular subreddit, and they're like talking about this story, some really interesting story, like, oh, this really happened, like some crime story or mystery or just some goofy shit. Yeah. So your first exposure to Reddit was most probably, oh, it's a great place, so nice, so fun, everyone is so real, it's anonymous, you can type whatever stories you want to. Yeah. And then like, so you start going to Reddit, you search up Reddit for the first time, you don't even know the link of Reddit, so you just type in Reddit, you open the first link, and the first thing you get is these interesting subreddits, like actually like really good subreddits, like r slash interesting as fuck, r slash today I learned, r slash shower thoughts, memes, dank memes, all these like actually fun interesting subreddits. Then you start going to smaller subreddits of your interest. Maybe you like playing music or some instrument, or maybe you like gym or something else. Most probably at this age you don't do self improvement when you discovered it, so you start with all of this stuff. But this is like the initial part of it, like the first 1 month. Yeah, let's be real, it goes by really quickly. The problem with Reddit that comes here, and social media in general, is you start off really well, you start off really nice and everything, and like it's fun. Okay, it's fun at first, I'll admit it, but then it becomes bad really quickly. Like shit goes from 0 to 100 real quick. But as a 16-year-old, my first exposure to politics was through Reddit. Let me remind you, Reddit and politics are something that doesn't work well. We know that really well. These subreddits that pretend to be this really like bastion of free speech and all the stuff. Like, I don't need to explain it. Yeah, all these like political subreddits and the subreddits of your country, like the main subreddits are just complete echo chambers. They're full of mod abuse and everything. Yeah, I'm looking there because like there's dogs there. I don't know what the heck they're doing. I'm sorry. Then this like, it goes on for me it went on for like 1.5 years, that I didn't know that it was an echo chamber. I didn't know there was mod abuse on Reddit. This was because if you also didn't know about this, you were most probably a lurker. Basically, like, you never made a Reddit account. You just like, you can access the entire site by not making a Reddit account. So yeah, I think so that's there on purpose. But the thing is, after 1.5 years, I discovered Reddit was garbage. Most stories on Reddit were fake. Most of the stuff people said was fake. It was an echo chamber. It was extremely biased and all that stuff. You most probably know about this, yeah, if you want self improvement. But if you don't, I'm sorry to break it to you, it's garbage. Then, when my first semester started, yeah, my first sem started, bro, there's like dogs there, man. When my first sem started, in the middle of my first sem, my roommates introduced me to Instagram. I had never used Instagram before this because I found it very cringe. I didn't know exactly why, but I just didn't want to ever try it. But I started using Instagram. And again, like, during this time, I was on self improvement, early days of self improvement. I started going to the gym and everything, started working out. So my initial feed was full of gym stuff. Yeah, it was fine, it was fun. I saw a lot of jacked people who had been in the gym for like 2, 3, 5 years, even a decade. Like, it had given years of their life to this. They had really good diets and everything. Some of them were also on like steroids, and if not steroids, on peptides. If you don't know what peptides are, they're like not steroid level but in between. They help in muscle recovery and losing fat. So you get these like really like I wouldn't say unrealistic, but like you can get there, but like, just for a beginner to see all of this, it was a lot very overwhelming, but it's okay, it's fine. Then the worst of Instagram came, just like Reddit. These stupid culture wars and everything, like, yeah. And the problem with this is not about like cultural wars and getting no and hearing an opinion that is against what you believe in. That's not the problem, okay? The problem was how stupid these people would act on purpose, just so that they can win an argument. And the thing is, I'm not here to talk about how bad social media is and how it gets you addicted, so you keep on coming back even though you know it's causing you to fuck up your mental health and everything. That's not what I'm here to talk about. You most probably know that. What I'm here to talk about is that I've been through it all, from the extreme side of things, from like the extreme ends of like using Reddit for like 6 hours, 7 hours a day, to not using any social media. barely anything, not even like news sites anymore. And what I want to talk about is the long lasting effects of this, that it's so easy to fall back right into it. Like someone can, you know how those posts are, right? Those stupid rage bait, I think, yeah, that's the word, rage bait posts that you found on Instagram and everything, that they get like, you know how to argue, but it's so painful to argue, and you know there's no point in doing it, but you still have to do it to prove yourself in your own mind and or whatever that is. Yeah, horrible thing for people like me who overthink a lot. But what I want to tell you mainly is like, it's always much worse than you think, and you most probably know about it, but you still do it. So like, why do you do it? It's because it's a habit. It's as simple as that. It's a habit, and you have to break it. The first step is obviously leaving your social media addiction. It's the first step. Second step is not to actively think about it, which is very hard because I am thinking about it while making this video. But the main point that I want to tell you is that it's the effects are very long lasting. And what are the effects? Okay, I'm beating around the bush. What are the effects? The effects is obviously that you can always fall back, and that like, even if you quit, when you're first initially quitting, what happened to me was I would not be using social media, but I would still be thinking of arguments in my head while walking to class, while coming back, while doing something, while listening to music. You will always be thinking of these stupid arguments that you had with these stupid people. Because the thing is, social media, when you look at it, when you go in the comment section, you'll find this really fucking offensive, or if not offensive, very rage bait like comments. And I believe that these are up there on purpose, not because people really believe in them, but because like think about it, they make more profit by having a higher retention, right? So they will make these comments and videos more recommended to you, because you're gonna get mad at them, these videos or these people in the comment section. People in these comment sections, you're gonna talk, you're gonna think about it more, so you're gonna keep coming back, because it's gonna form a feedback loop. So they make more profit. And you most probably know about this, maybe if you didn't, okay. But the thing is, when you leave social media, you will realize these people don't really exist. They don't exist in real life. You won't find these toxic people in real life. You won't, because they don't exist. And even if you somehow do find these people, it's just a phase of their life. They'll be in this phase for only a few weeks, or even at worst months, and it forms this weird us versus them dynamic, which is so stupid, because it's not us versus them, it's us and them versus the problem. And you go to class, and everywhere, wherever you go to, you're like so absent minded, because you're thinking about this, thinking about what that person said and what this account said, but it doesn't fucking matter. But okay, like, that might be new to you, but even if you know about this, you still do this. Why? Because of two reasons. 1 minute. Yeah, yeah, that freshens me up. um, you still think about this because of two reasons. First, your mental health is bad, and because your mental health gets worse, or it's bad, you did this stuff when you had shit mental health. You did this stuff when you had really bad mental health. So it's like a habit in that like phase. Cause see, when you're happy and everything, you won't go to social media to or Twitter to get pissed off, right? But when your mental health becomes bad, you go right back to these habits. So what your work should be is, when you have bad mental health, when you feel like shit, you need to force yourself to not go into these, instant gratification social media sites. Sorry, I just heard some noise. And the second reason why you do this is because you have nothing else to do. You have nothing else to do. You're like, all you did every day was just go on these sites, go look at these inflammatory posts and these rage bait posts. Because when you remove this, like, I always think about this, what if I remove these fucking Subway Surfers players, those people who watch stuff, and the Subway Surfers, like low attention span people. If you remove like Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, maybe even YouTube, some YouTube accounts, and news sites. You get what I'm saying, right? Those type of places on the internet. What does a person really have left? Like, okay, leave quit social media. Okay, easy. Why don't most people do it? Because they have nothing else to do. Like, even after going to the gym, journaling, and focusing on my goals, and recording videos now, and studying and doing my DAs, my assignments and everything, whenever I have free time, at times, not always, like I've gotten so much better at this, but I still sometimes have this urge of going back, because your brain doesn't want to be bored, because you never let it get bored. You think of great ideas only when you are bored. you know there's a video by ex Serbia, I don't remember which one, but it's about how, I think so, the video was, you will most probably never do anything, you will never achieve any remarkable thing in your life. And there's one more video, you can like find it. It's about boredom, about how getting bored is when you really think of great ideas, when you let your mind wander into the wilderness, which is scary at first, but at the same time it's how you grow. And it's the main reason why social media is so bad. Not because it's addictive, not just because it's addictive, because it makes a feedback loop of you going and getting mad and then quitting and then coming back and withdrawal effects and all that shit. That's not the main reason. It's because it directly affects you in real life, even though you have already quit social media, even though you're going to talk to someone, maybe your parents, and you're thinking about that argument that happened 3 months ago on social media. You think about this bullshit stuff. So yeah, so what is your actionable step here? Like, what should you do? The best thing I can tell you to do is, again, have good mental health. And you can't always have that, so if you go into bad mental health, don't go back to your old habits. It's just the best thing I can say. It's so hard because it's something you've heard. Don't go back to social media, but you need to realize this, that like, oh, I have bad mental health, and because I have bad mental health, I want to go back to this stuff. The second thing you What was the second thing I said? Second thing was, don't try to actively think of it. Have something to do. Maybe that could be gym or something. Maybe like, even if you're fucking bored, go watch another gym video. You most probably watched so many gym videos that you already know what to do, but still go watch something else. Watch something productive. Like, it's basically like mental masturbation, but it's still good. It's still better than going to back to watching reels, going to Twitter and getting mad. Like, I never fucking get this. Why would you go to Twitter? Because a lot of people on Twitter are serious, I won't deny that. That's why we call it Twitter. But a lot of people on Twitter, they make posts just to get likes, just to get views, just so they get some form of attention. It's sad. I have a friend who does this. He's also on self improvement, which is funny, but he does this so he can get other people's attention. He's an attention seeker, but he still does this. And I don't know what to say to these type of people. Like, he might, I don't know, like, honestly, because not only does it affect you, because to be honest, it's not just about you, it's also about other people, right? It's other people around you, it's other people who you care about. So it makes other people also mad. It's like an entire system, like the entire big system, like, just tries to fuck you over. And the only way to break from it is to be very self-aware about it and to continuously fight it. So yeah, that's my view on this. Like, before recording this video, okay, I was like, what will I talk about? But I realized the best thing to talk about is talk about your experiences. And maybe at first, if you're still watching this somehow, maybe at first this video was kind of bad, but later on it got really good. So this is like my second video that I'm uploading, or it's already uploaded by the time you're watching this. So yeah, like, that's it. No bullet points, no nothing. Hopefully it didn't sound like bullet points, but yeah, that's it. Just fuck social media, do your own thing. You can use social media positively, which I'll talk in later, but for now, just like, it's only when you quit something bad like social media or gaming or whatever it is that you really realize the true how useless it was. Because once you quit it and you come back to it, which is what phase I'm in right now, you realize how to use it productively or to use it in a better way. So that's for a later video. Okay, take care, bye.